Hey, this is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Thanks so much for tuning in. So this is my let me show you what my store looks like type video. Okay, we've got the same thing that we've seen all over the globe, which is the empty shelves. And we know that this craze with the toilet tissue and water started in Hawaii. So it's hit here as well. One of the things that I noticed was, I didn't understand at first why people were so obsessed with the toilet tissue. I've always understood, even though I haven't been as strict, I haven't been doing it the way I should have been, I haven't really invested the way I should have in getting food. It always amazes me that when I go into the stores, there's still so much tinned food on the shelves. Now, we know tinned food is not ideal, but tinned food has a long shelf life. It's ideal for prepping. Now, a lot of the cheaper stuff has gone, but there's still quite a bit of the more expensive produce out here. I just picked up a couple of bags of salt. Salt can preserve things. You can use it for washing, brushing your teeth, Obviously, this stuff is dry. More of the expensive stuff has gone. The cheap stuff has gone, but there's still a lot of empty, the more expensive, smaller packs, which we'll just have to do. But one of the things that's actually interesting is how much soup is left on the shelf. This is crazy. If you are losing weight and you're trying to avoid being hungry, one of the things that you often find people doing is talking about liquid diets, juicing, smoothies, meal replacements. Calorie for calorie, when you take a liquid meal versus a solid meal, you actually feel more satisfied. So a tin of soup, I've got a bread machine. I can make bread in the bread machine, so I'm going to try and get some flour and some yeast. A slice of homemade bread and a bowl of soup will keep you satisfied a lot longer than buying actual food. Don't forget, a tin of soup is a meal, and a tin of soup is quick, it's easy, and it's easy to stack. You can have a lot stored in a small space. Yesterday I withdrew another couple of £100, and I intend to just try and stock up as much as I can, not because of the coronavirus, to be fair, mostly because I want to leave my job and I wanted to stack some stuff so that if I'm unemployed for a little while, I know that I have a reserve. Any money I have, I can just use that for bills. I don't have to worry about food and cleaning products and toiletries. So as you can see here, we've got a few beans that are like 25p. We've got spaghetti. Again, it comes in a sauce with a slice of bread that is adequate. Okay, so we're in the next aisle now. Again, you have things like this. Saltfish, it's already preserved. It's quite expensive, so I can understand why it's still on the shelf. You have cornmeal. Okay, we have a smaller pack here, so I will be grabbing a few of these. Tinned fish, good sources of protein and hot dog. This is the West Indian section of the store. Cornmeal, again, like I was just saying about the soup, you can make porridges and carry it with you, and that will enable you to have a solid meal without basically going hungry. We also have callaloo, which is, it's kind of like the cousin of the spinach. I need my coffee. That's just so I can wake up. What else have we got here? Again, even nuts, good source of protein, good source of energy. They're always good snacks to have. And one thing I would say is get your squash and dilute drinks, because at the end of the day, one bottle of squash occupies a lot less space compared to many boxes and bottles of juice. And you can dilute it to stretch it as much as you need to. Again, these are not the most essential items, but they're pickled, so they will last a while. So we're here again. You know, people have gone crazy with the sugar. I don't know if I want to get sugar. I probably should. I bought some yesterday. I'm even thinking to get some peanut butter. That's a very good source of energy. You know, you can just eat a spoon at a time if you fancy a snack. Preservatives again. If you're looking for a quick and easy snack, especially if you've got kids, maybe grabbing some of these. I will be grabbing a few tins of tinned fruit. It's not something that I generally eat a lot, but I mean, in the time of a crisis, you want any and everything you can pretty much get your hands on. Now, I'm not panicking. I don't think that I'm personally that much of a risk. It's disappointing that all the box milk has gone, but there's still rice pudding and tin milk, so I will be grabbing some of those. You know, black people love their tin milk, right? But I'm trying to find the flour. I'm not sure where that is at the moment. Maybe it's all sold out. So I'm just going to grab a few tins of tin milk, because that's just what I like in my tea and my coffee. Maybe some tins of rice pudding. I doubt it though. Definitely a couple of boxes of the UHT milk. Again, doesn't need to be refrigerated, so it can be just stored in a cool, dry place, and that means it will last a long time, which is good in a time like this because we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so these are the toiletries. It's good to see that there's plenty of soap on the shelf, not because I'm happy people are not buying it, but because it means I can buy it, which is a bit cheeky. They've got some gel down here for 40 pence. You know, again, if you're in a crisis, you still need to be able to have a wash. So I'll be picking up a few of these cheap items. Sorry for the blurriness. That's better. Samsung letting me down out here. So we've got, again, a very cheap cream bath. Perfectly adequate for showering, bathing, if you actually want to soak in the bath. I'm not somebody who bought water. You know, it would be more beneficial for you to actually get a filter fitted to your home so that all the water can be purified, because if you are in a developed country with running water, what do you need to buy water for? I mean, I understand where the craze with the whole toilet tissue and water thing came from, but it came out of Hawaii, where, you know, being a small island that has to import everything in, anytime there is a crisis, they really feel it. So prepping is just part of their nature. It's not a thing that they just did because of the coronavirus. It's just something that they do anytime there's some kind of state of emergency. So for them, it's not a big deal. So I've just picked up some soap. The next thing that we really need to be thinking about, okay, they've got a hand wash here for $2.85, and again, just hand washing is adequate to keeping you safe. You don't really need all of these fancy gels, but they're handy to have because you are out and about. If I can find the rubbing alcohol here, that would be good, but I doubt it. Okay, these are skincare products. Most of these are things I don't either use or need. So let's see if I can find the flour, pasta.